Before we get started in the course, I want to talk about what we're going to do conceptually with the course, what we're going to learn, where we're going to start, and where we're going to get to. So the first part, I've already created this project, and now I'm going to go through with you exactly how I created it. So this is the beginning of my project. The first thing that it started out as was just a conceptual sketch, which looks like this. Okay, so a little sketch. And this was I wanted to do kind of a beach scene, a beach environment or a coastal environment, kind of like coastal cliffs up above the ocean. And I was thinking of making the architectural piece to look kind of like a lifeguard tower type of thing, but also just a cube house up on stilts a little bit. Okay, so then it went to this, and I took it into Photoshop and just did some basic color. This was the color scheme I wanted, very warm interior light with a kind of foggy, very blue-green coastal fog, moody scene with a lot of atmosphere going on. Okay, so then I took it like this and started doing some conceptual stuff, trying to get it in 3D to look similar to what my sketch looks like. Of course, before I did any of that, I had a mood board set up. Okay, so if you look at my mood board, I was going and gathering pictures. Like this was the kind of mood I wanted down here. You can see that color scheme is basically translated into my conceptual image. So I took different chunks of color out of there and made that my scheme. This was the influence for the actual architecture, this cool lifeguard tower here at Zuma Beach in California. And then there's some other foggy atmospheric scenes that I wanted to create. And then I actually went and collected different assets from around the internet and put them into my mood board to show what they're going to look like. So these are Megascan objects over here. And these are actual concepts these are actual assets that I was going to download and use in my scene because those have that kind of coastal feel. So this would be like driftwood type stuff. Okay, and then I went and found a tree. This was actually pretty hard, but this is kind of like a coastal cypress tree that you might find in California. This was the closest thing I could find, so I used this, and this comes from Evermotion Arc Models. Okay, so this course isn't going to be about modeling all this stuff from scratch. It's going to be about using the different products, assets out there on the internet, and also some of the tools, the plugins, to make some amazing environments. And the base for all of this is going to be 3D Studio Max, but there will be many other tools used in order to create the full effect. And then if we look at some of the things that we're able to achieve with all these different tools and assets, these are some of the examples. So you can see there I have Quixel, Force Pack, V-Ray, and 3ds Max. Those are the four main things used in this, and then assets purchased from around the internet. So you can see on the left I have my coastal scene, and then in the middle we're going to show in the course how to achieve this, which was our original concept, but then just by changing what we're scattering around, we can take it to this, which is pretty dramatic and awesome. And then this one's the same scene, but with some different atmospheric effects going on. Okay, so we're gonna go through all that and get various different effects from the same assets and the same models. Okay, so there's a beach scene. Some close-ups. Okay, this was earlier stuff, earlier concepts. There's that atmosphere going on. Okay, then we get into the forest stuff, and the architecture isn't done yet. Now the architecture is done. Okay, different scattering going on, obviously here. This is leveraging Megascans really heavily. Okay, so we're going to go through all this, create these cool environments. You can see the detailing looks really good on these, even up close. And there's a lot you can do. There's a ton of power in these different tools and assets that we're going to be looking at. And you will be surprised at how easily you can achieve these kind of realistic results using the right tools and the right workflows. So that's what we're going to be going through in the course. Okay, so stay tuned. We're going to go through all this, and by the end, you're going to be creating beautiful environments for yourself. And like I said, you'll be able to do it much easier and faster than you might expect because of the amazing tools, plugins, assets, all those things that are out there that make these workflows doable in a very efficient way.